Now, here's more of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA.
Welcome back, Charleston, as the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show continues here on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com. Again, want to say thank you very much to Dr. Elaine Morzala for coming on the program this morning. She is the director of the Carter Real Estate Center within the School of Business at the College of Charleston. And they have a really cool real estate program. And what I love so much about that is that they're educating our youth as it relates to real estate, because a lot of our industry, quite frankly, is lacking in education. Yeah, we have a license. We have the continuing education to maintain our license. What they're focusing on is more skill-based. They're more educated in the world of real estate, how to approach a situation, how to analyze a property, a market, fill a need. Very cool stuff. So if you've got kids that are considering real estate, she'd be a great connection. That program would be a fantastic option. And I'm happy to also speak with them if they're thinking about getting into residential real estate. You know, we've had interns that have come onto the team. We've had folks that have, like plenty of the people on the team have younger kids, and they want to come and just work in the office for the day and see what the life of a real estate agent is like for a day. And so if you have some kids that are considering getting into real estate, they have a passion for it. Or of course, if you yourself want to get into real estate, I will tell you this, we are hiring right now. We have some immediate needs. We need 3 real estate agents. We need a listing and closing coordinator. And we also need somebody called an inside sales agent. So plenty of growth opportunities at the Brian Beatty Real Estate team. If you'd like to reach out to me and learn more about those, my number is 843-345-1273. Again, that's 843-345-1273, or visit us online, listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. So I want to talk a little bit about the market because Dr. Morzala and I, we had a great conversation yesterday as it relates to just the real estate market and how to truly analyze a market. And it's not all that difficult. It's not like we're talking rocket science where if you were a fly on the wall, you'd be like, whoa, that's super high level conversation. It's just that we've been doing this for a long time. We know how to do it the right way. Pricing a property is not just taking a bunch of homes that are somewhat similar and averaging out the price per square foot and saying this is about what your home is worth. That's about the dumbest thing possible, in my opinion. Plenty of agents do it. I can do it. It's reasonably accurate at times, depending upon how many homes are in that, that sample size, if you will. But it's similar to like going to a dealership and saying, all right, I want you to bring me all the Honda Civics. Bring in some Accords too. And what's the average price of those cars? Okay, so that's what your car is worth for trade-in. I mean, that's just not how it works. You price out the features, just like with the home, you price out the features, except that those features are thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars more expensive than one another. And so we're going to talk a little bit later on in the program about the cost versus value report from Remodeling Magazine. We do this segment once a year, every year. It's one of our most popular segments, and it talks about the average cost and the average return on investment for several different projects, exterior and interior, small scale projects, mid-range projects, upscale 6-figure plus projects. What can you expect on a return on investment? So we're going to talk about that a little later on in the program. If you don't have time to stick around for that and you want access to that report, just text report, text the word report to 843-400-8009, 843-400-8009. Text the word report, and I will send you, if you'd like, the South Atlantic version of the cost versus value report, and we even have it for Charleston, which is really cool. They analyzed a bunch of projects to determine what the actual cost was for the project, and then what the resale value, if you will, was of those projects. So text the word report to 843-400-8009. But let's talk about the market for a little bit. We haven't really focused too much on that in the past few weekends. And, as I mentioned a little earlier on in the year, I'm tending to shy away, quite frankly, from just giving you generalized market stats because I'm not entirely sure it's doing you guys any good, if I'm being honest. For me to sit here and say that, if I'm looking at this market overview put out by the Charleston Trident Association of Realtors, and this is by no way, shape, or form a knock on them. It's just, the way in which I'm disseminating this information is not necessarily applicable. So I could say that, hey, new listings are up 4.5% as of the end of last month. Pending sales are up 5%. Closings are down 2.5%. Days on market has stayed exactly the same. The median sales price is up 4%. Inventory is down 2.5%, which means the month's supply of inventory, given everything under contract, is down 2.6%. We're at 3.8 months supply of inventory, which means that we are in a seller's market, market-wide in Charleston. But here's the deal, and this is where, for those of you that have listened to this program, you know how passionate I am about this, because this is something we follow every single day. We're doing, well over 100 home sales every year. We've got a great pulse on the market. We can tell you with certainty what's going to happen when you put your home on the market or when you go to buy a home in different locations and in different price ranges. Everything from the starter markets, $100,000 for a condo in Somerville. I can tell you what's going to happen there. I can tell you what's going to happen with a multi-million-dollar property in Mount Pleasant or Isle of Palms or downtown Charleston, and everything in between. It's just because we look at those markets so closely. It's one of the big differences between our team and some of the other agents out there. And I'll just shoot you straight. We focus a lot of our time and energy on being market experts, on being a resource for people so that when they hire us, we are their true consultant. And so what's interesting, and what I need to petition the Charleston Trident Association of Realtors for this information on a more consistent basis. But if you look at the price reductions in our market, the price changes, we've had about a 16% increase in price changes, and closings are down. So one of the challenges in our market right now is that people listen to something like the stats that I just put out, or they read some generalized stats that are put out in a paper, or that their real estate agent friend posts online, and they're not really getting the full story. They're taking market-wide data and applying it to their home and their neighborhood to shape their expectations of the market when they go to sell their house. Or they listen to their friend that said, oh yeah, you shouldn't have any problem selling your home at all. I mean, I'm dealing with that right now on a challenging sale in, $600,000 price range. It's a property that frankly should sell. It should have sold already. Bit of a challenging floor plan, some other things that we're having to combat as it relates to feedback from buyers when they look at other properties that are available for sale. And we've been making proactive steps to account for that feedback. But when buyers are looking at properties these days and they see that the inventory in their particular segment of the market is increasing and the homes that they're looking at are sitting on the market for a longer period of time and they're seeing more price reductions, guess what their overall sentiment on that portion of the market is? It's not a seller's market, it's a buyer's market. I'm in control. I'm seeing more options come across the table. I'm seeing more sellers reducing their price. What I'm not seeing, which I'm used to seeing, are the homes that list, and then by the time I look it up and then, forget about it for a day or two and then look back at it online, it's already under contract. We're not seeing as much of that right now. And I don't think we're going to for the foreseeable future. I mean, the way that I'm explaining this market to people right now is that we have been used to a red hot, scorching sun that has turned our market red hot. And for the past year, that sun has gone behind a cloud. And we're not sure if it's going to come back. We're not entirely sure of the direction of the market. Here's what I can tell you, though, with relative certainty. I don't see many reasons why it would get hotter. I think that we have price fatigue in our market. I think people are tired of seeing price increases. I think they're tired of saying, okay, fine, I'll pay your price, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. At some point in time, the market has to shift. It's just natural. It happens and will always happen. I have seen an entire cycle now in real estate. I got licensed in 2006. I've been doing this for 13 years. So I've seen literally a full cycle. I see it coming. I've seen this before. I've always been very in tune with the market, and I'm just here to tell you that you need to be a little cautious right now. If you're thinking about going out and picking up a bunch of investment properties, be very careful, be very selective, and do not rob Peter to pay Paul. Do not start taking out equity lines of credit on your home in order to buy investment properties that you can't afford if renters don't rent it. I mean, that's how you get in trouble. That I've bailed so many people out of really poor financial decisions in real estate, especially when our market crashed. I mean, 2008 until 2012 and parts of 13, I was the short sale guy. I was the foreclosure guy. People would come to me to get them out of sticky situations. And if you needed to sell your home and not owe the bank any money and be able to walk away free and clear and potentially even get some money in subsidy, I was your guy. I could do that for you better than just about everybody else. And so now when you look at the market and the fact that it's shifting, what's obvious to me is that there are sellers out there that are very frustrated with real estate agents because the fault always goes to the agent. You said you could sell my home in X number of days for this price. Why do I now have to reduce my price again? Why is this taking longer than you said it was going to take? And the reality is markets shift. Sometimes agents, and I'm not saying this is the case always, sometimes agents just don't know. And the only thing that they have in their arsenal, their toolbox, if you will, is a price reduction. They don't know how to create additional activity, or they're just doing the bare minimum. They're putting it on the MLS. There's an open house. They maybe post it on their personal Facebook page. It goes out to Zillow and Realtor.com. And that's honestly about it. Sign in the yard, and then they just wait for other agents to show it. And the challenge is so many agents have been able to sell real estate that way for so long that, hey, why go above and beyond? Why spend all this money in additional marketing stuff and exposure creation if I don't have to? If I could sell a home for the same price in the same amount of time. And I get that. But when the market shifts, and I've been doing my marketing for years and I've mastered it and I know how to create exposure better than the other agents that frankly don't know how to market at all. They know how to post things online and then react to people as they find their listings, but they don't know how to go out and proactively create interest. They don't know how to find the people proactively, and that's what we've been focused on. And that's what's going to be the difference for you when you sell your house in the agent that you choose. How proactive are they in finding a buyer for your home? What is it they're actually doing to sell your home? Are they putting a bunch of set it and forget it marketing out there? Are they doing that really well? And are they finding you other buyers? Are they proactively finding you opportunity? That's in my opinion, what's really changing the relationship between the agent and sellers right now. Now, if you're a buyer and inventory is still low in the area that you're looking in, look, we have the ability to find people that want to sell their house that are not currently listed. I mean, we have a VIP buyer program on our team, and when we walk through that with people and we tell them everything that we do to find a seller for them, aside from what's on the MLS, for sale by owners, expired listings, shadow inventory, circle prospect, we'll literally call neighborhoods, just cold call a whole neighborhood if that's the neighborhood you want to be in, and ask them if they want to sell their house. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but we have literally done over 24 transactions over the past 2 years by just straight up calling a whole neighborhood. And lo and behold, we found a house in which a seller wanted to sell it and a buyer wanted to buy it. And if that's not an example of proactive marketing, I'm not really sure what is. But those are some of the things that agents should be going above and beyond for you right now to find you opportunity and then provide you with reassurance that you've exhausted all your options. Like as an example, on my team with our VIP buyer program, we have a love it or leave it program, meaning if you buy a house from us and you don't love it and you have to sell it within 12 months, we'll sell it for free. That, of course, in addition to all of our other incentives. If you buy and sell a home with us, we'll pay your moving expenses. In addition to the fact that we offer a pre-listing home inspection and free staging consultation with a professional designer and interior decorator, professional photography, videography, communication, all that stuff. But we're getting a little away from the real estate market update here. But the point is, hire the person that is an expert in your particular area, that has a proven track record, that knows how to analyze the market and find buyers. That's really one of the most important things, is can they market your property better than the next guy? So stick around, because we're going to talk now about the Cost versus Value Remodeling Magazine report right after this short break. So stick around. It's the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com. And remember, if you want to reach out to me to have a discussion about real estate, you'd like to know what your home is worth, you want to start talking about finding a new home or making that transition, my number is 843-345-1273. Again, 843-345-1273, or go to my website, listingsincharleston.com.
Find Brian Beatty online at listingsincharleston.com. The Brian Beatty Real Estate Show continues next on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA.